better daily, where we work hard in our minds, bodies, and our spirits to become 1% better every single day. Download the app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.life to catch the video version of these podcasts. Here's your host and my dad, Alex Van Houten.
What is up, Betterment family? This is Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. Happy Monday. It's Mindset Monday, and today the mindset is don't give up. And I'm really excited to bring this mindset to you because it's the holiday season and the days are shorter, and a lot of people are wrestling with seasonal affective disorder, which, is a fancy way of saying you get depressed at a certain time of the year. That can be hard. And there are many other things that are going on right now. For instance, I have a family member who passed away about 2 years ago around this time. And so it can be a heavy time for the family right now because of the grief process. And so there is a lot of heaviness, but the message is don't give up. In Galatians 6, Paul's speaking to the Galatian church, and he says, "Do not grow weary of doing the right thing, because we will reap the harvest if we don't give up." And it makes me think of, I don't know if you keep a garden or if you've ever tried to keep a garden. I've had various successes over the past couple of years. I don't quite have the green thumb my mom has, but it's an important part of what I like to do to teach my children and to teach myself. This year we got quite a harvest of cucumbers and got to ferment those and stuff, which was really cool. We've got them in the pantry. It's a great source of awesome probiotics, in case you didn't know. Not pickles in general, just homemade pickles where you have to use the vinegar and the salt and a few spices and whatnot in order to promote the microbes that actually create the pickling process and whatnot. The pickles you get from the store, they use sodium benzoate as a preservative, so that's killing all the good stuff that could be helping your microbiome. So it's not the same thing. I know it's not Nutrition Tip Tuesday, but you can't take the nutrition out of the trainer just because it's Monday. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Robin. The mindset here is don't give up. And when you plant a garden, oh my gosh, the time before the seeds germinate and sprout, that's so hard because you planted them, you want to see them grow, right? And you pour water on them, and you hopefully the sun beats down, hopefully there are no storms and stuff. And so you're tending these seeds, and it's, depending on the plant, it could be weeks before you actually see the sprout. I know our okra plants took forever to sprout, right? But then once you have the little seedling, you're like, oh, okay, something's growing, that's cool. But then it's still day after day, week after week of tending to this thing before the harvest. And what the heck does gardening have to do with this time of year and not giving up, doing the right thing? That's the thing about the 1% Better Daily journey, is that you do a lot of work for a long time before you see how much it's actually paying off, before you see how much has actually been accomplished. If you're working on becoming 1% better every day, let's say you increase the number of steps that you do every day this week. Maybe you join us in the Run 100 and you start running 2 to 3 times a week, come hell or high water, right? Or maybe you join the Faithful 40 Challenge and you start tracking your food and keeping a food journal for yourself. Maybe you do these things, right, from a 1% better everyday perspective. Maybe you pick up a reading practice in the morning and you're diligent about opening your Bible or opening another encouraging work that has been helpful and beneficial and sacred to you, right? Whatever you decide to do, it's not like tomorrow is going to be magically different. You don't just plant the seed in the ground and then tomorrow you have cucumbers. It's going to be, you plant the seed, you tend the soil, you water it, and gosh, man, maybe 8 months from now, you will have pickles that are really good for your microbiome, and everybody wants a jar, right? Which is true. We have some great tasting pickles in our cabinet, which is awesome. But it took forever to get there. It took forever to get there. And that's what Paul's saying to the church of the Galatians. He's saying, look, I know it's not always easy doing the right thing. In fact, it's really hard. If doing the right thing was easy, everybody would be doing it. But don't give up doing the right thing. Don't give up doing the right thing, because you will see the harvest. You'll see the result of your good work. You'll see the accomplishment of what it is that you've been up to. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to help out with our Christmas mall at church. And Christmas mall is this time where we all come together as a church and we work hard to bless our community. We got to give gifts to 177 children in our community, which is double what we were able to do last year as a church, which is so cool. You know, the community came together, parents who were struggling and having a hard time and weren't able to get gifts for their kids this year for whatever reason. They came and they were able to shop through our church sanctuary, pick out some gifts for their kids, get them gift wrapped, have conversation, get prayer, and then, you know, bring home. It was like Santa came, right? In the name of Jesus. So that got to bring all the gifts home, right? And bless their kids. And I love being a part of this. It's so cool. The reason I love being a part of this is I was that kid once. I was the kid who wasn't expecting a lot for Christmas. Family was going through a really, really difficult time. And I'll never forget it. On Christmas morning, the church showed up with a truckload of presents and just started just unloading them into our very bare living room. And we had Christmas. I was probably like 7 or 8. It was unexpected and it was so good. And it planted a seed in me and it said, hey, even when you don't expect it, even when you don't deserve it, good gifts can be given to you. Good things can come your way. It's very positive and powerful. And I'm going to turn 33 this year. I know, I'm telling my age and stuff. You guys are always like, you're so young, man. Slow down. But the harvest of my life, being able to give back to my community here, has taken 25 years. So it takes 8 months to go from the seed of a cucumber to pickles in the cabinet, right? But it's taken 25 years in my life to go from the kid who got to receive that, who had the seed planted, that good gifts can be given when they're least expected, least deserved, but most needed. And 25 years later, I'm getting to do the same thing. And I know that there are people in this community who are a harvest. You are the result of people who did not give up. They sowed seeds into you. Maybe they didn't do it perfectly, but the harvest continues with you. And if you don't give up, you get to continue bearing fruit, which is just so good. It's just so good. And so I encourage you. I know that not everybody feels as though they had a torch passed to them or a light passed to them, but I know that we each have more than we deserve. Not saying we're not going through hard times, not saying we don't have heavy crosses to carry, but I do know that every single one of us have more than we deserve right now. And maybe it's not a lot. Maybe some have more than most, but we each have more than we deserve right now. And my encouragement to you is take that responsibility seriously. Take the gifts that you've been given, take the hand that you've been dealt, and make the most of it. And don't give up doing the right thing. You got to take good care of yourself. You got to feed yourself well. You got to get enough rest. It really, really helps if you link arms with other people who can support you when the going gets tough. But from me to you, don't give up doing the right thing. It's worth it. And if you see it through, you will see the harvest. Who knows how many lives will be changed because you decided to continue improving 1% better every single day. Robin said if it wasn't for the love of others, we would not have much of a Christmas either. And he's speaking about himself. It's the best feeling to give back. Dude, I know that you come from a large family, and I imagine you guys had quite a rough time once or twice in there, I'm sure. So I'm glad to hear that you and I are kindred spirits in that. And I know that there are many people like that here in this group who give generously and are tireless in doing the right thing. I admire you guys. I'm very appreciative of you. And to the rest of you who don't feel that tireless, don't give up. Don't give up. It's not worth it. You guys rock. Thank you so much for joining me for Mindset Monday. I'm very excited about the next couple of weeks. We've got so many good things going on, both in our house personally, but also in our Betterment community. I hope that you guys take this opportunity to wrap up the 2021 year really well. Bless those in your life who you want to bless well, and also that you start to think about the future. 2022, what you want to focus on, what kind of things you'd like to achieve for yourself, what 1% better daily looks like in your life, so that if you fast forward in your head a year from now, you say, okay, December 2022, what's the best? What could I be shooting for? And what's the worst? What would happen if I didn't shoot for that, right? Because if you're not getting 1% better, you're probably getting 10% worse. That's usually how it goes anyway. And I hope you take this opportunity to start thinking about that. We're going to have some awesome seminars and whatnot coming up in order to help you get your mind on that track. We're going to have the Faithful 40 Challenge starting on January 1st. You'll look for the registration to open up for that soon as well, shortly after Christmas. And so it's going to be awesome here to support you in that process. Guys, this has been Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. I'll see you tomorrow for Nutrition Tip Tuesday. And until then, it's just 1%. We got this.
Thank you for joining us for 1% Better today. Don't forget to subscribe for the podcast. Leave us a raving review to tell others how Better Daily has helped you in your journey. If you want more Better Daily, download our app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.live. Use code POD to get 25% off your subscription. That's POD, all caps, to save 25% on your subscription. We all have a cross to carry. It's later when we do it together. Go to betterdaily.live today.